Hi, I'm attorney Chris Reich, and today's question of the day is, can I go to jail for speeding? Short answer is, you can, theoretically, but you probably won't. So in Arizona, we kind of have two levels of speeding. We have your run-of-the-mill civil speeding ticket. This is the kind of ticket that most people get. You pay a fine, or you take online defensive driving school to make it go away, or you could do a civil traffic hearing. You're never going to go to jail for those because it's civil in nature. So the worst they can do is impose a fine. If you don't pay the fine, then they can issue a license suspension until you pay that fine. That's pretty much it. Now for a criminal speeding ticket, in Arizona it's called excessive speed, or commonly referred to as criminal speeding. Just a quick reminder, that's basically if you're going more than 20 miles an hour over the speed limit, or if you exceed 85 miles per hour regardless of the speed limit, it can be charged as a criminal traffic violation. And so excessive speed is a class 3 misdemeanor in Arizona, which means theoretically you could do up to 30 days in jail. That's what's permissible for a class 3 misdemeanor. In reality, we rarely see jail time for excessive speed tickets unless the speed is very high or maybe you're a repeat offender. Even if the speed is very high, a lot of prosecuting agencies are still not going to seek jail time. There's a couple courts where this is a problem. Scottsdale is probably the main problem. And if you're seeing triple digit speeds there, they're usually going to ask for like 1 or 2 days in jail. But that's usually the worst that we see. Probably the most common way people end up in jail for an excessive speed ticket is when the officer issues the ticket. Most of the time when you get a criminal traffic ticket, they will just hand you the complaint and you sign, which means you're promising to appear on your court date, and the officer lets you continue driving. This is called a cite and release. You were cited with a ticket and then released. But the officer can take you into custody. So instead of letting you sign basically and promise to appear in court, that officer can put you in his car, have your vehicle towed, and then have you booked into jail. And you could spend, an hour there. You could spend an overnight there. And that's the way most people end up spending some time in jail. It's just related to that actual arrest, the issuance of the ticket. So the vast majority of people, though, are never going to do any time inside jail. They're just going to get cited and released when the ticket's issued. And then worst case scenario, if they're found guilty for that violation, is typically going to be just a fine and some points on their license. That's it. No jail time typically.